My people now how in a day I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Oh my god, I have to laugh on this one. Peter Obi is saying he is ashamed, he was embarrassed when Donald Trump called Nigeria a disgraced country. At this point, respect to my people out here, my people Biafran Golden Child, my people Prince Nwa David, my people King Nwa Solomon. I hope you're also here. I say kudos to you all. You're doing a good job on this channel. So I say make I chook my for this channel. And because the way things are going now, it's been a long time. So today, Peter Obi is saying he felt ashamed. You know? When Trump called Nigerians a disgraced country. So make we hear Peter Obi for this one. And I go come here give him the water with love. We go tell and say we want them say the way, the trajectory of Nigeria, there is no way there. There is no road for Nigeria, but Peter Obi no one hear what. So make we hear him talk. Then when in talk, we go know how we go judge the case. If you're ready, let's go, young one. Listen.
Let me most sincerely thank the President and all of you for the opportunity of being here, being invited to extend my goodwill message. I feel very, very, very appreciative of this, to have opportunity for 1 minute talking to those who shape narratives, those who shape the values that drive the society. All of us know what the press, what you can contribute. Those of you that are here can change this country if you desire. It is you that people read, listen to. You are the one that shapes the opinion of the country. So it's very important that we have opportunity. And I'm sure your discussions in the next few days, you will come out with things that will start changing the narratives in Nigeria. For me, as a politician, my only little suggestion and contribution is that we know where we are now in our country, like a critical junction. So they don't know where nobody needs to tell you people whether things are going right or wrong.
Okay.
I was just talking to somebody this morning. I said, in the past 2 weeks, we've had a position where the President of America has made a statement. I even asked General, I'm sure General will be lecturing you more on it, had made a statement. And in that critical tweet, issue of genocide, killings were mentioned. I'm happy he's there, and I've asked somebody earlier before you this morning, because I met another general that was coming here this morning in the plane. I said, General, what do you think about this? And I've asked General this morning too. Where we have a situation where somebody mentions something, and instead of looking at the stark reality, are they killings? Yes. We spend time debating whether it's genocide or not. When I think we should have put ourselves together, face the stark reality that is the killings, and find out how we can organize diplomatically and everything, how we can be helped. But for me, what is most important in that tweet is the second line, which says, non-disgraced country. Non-disgraced country.
Okay.
People have asked me, because I've read a lot of news, people are saying, are we disgraced? Are we now this? Are we that? My little assumable, because like I said, you people are the ones that will shape the future.
Okay.
is a question we need. As a philosopher, one thing that is central in philosophy is that unexamined life is not worth living. You must go back to yourself and ask yourself. So somebody asked me that question, said, non-disgraced country. I said, what are you talking about, non-disgraced country? What is wrong in it? Why is it that anytime people make comments, instead of looking inward, we're looking the other way around?
Hold on there for me, Peter Obi. You see me? I am a student of history. I remember as a young man, before going to the university, I went to the East, to be more specific, Enugu State. And I saw one of your posters which says, are we cost or are we the cause? Fresh from Lagos to the East, I saw a poster that said, with your face on it, are we cost or are we the cause? Me being a critical thinker, said, who is this man speaking this way? This man has high sense and foresight. And in your picture, in that your poster, you put your hand, by your chin, signifying the thinking man. Are we cost or are we the cause? I am vast, I am very, very vast. Forget I'm laughing and cracking jokes here. My only anger is that Nigeria is cost. Nigeria is a disgraced country. Nigeria was called a fantastically corrupt country by the then Prime Minister of Britain, Lord David Cameron. Nigeria was once referred to as a zoo by Nnamdi Kanu, and also Nigeria was referred to as a shithole country by Donald Trump. So the fact is, as we speak, 16 months to go to your so-called 2027 election. Look at the charade that happened in your Anambra State. So what do you think will change from now to 16 months when you guys will go to your ballots to go and do your election? Nothing will change. So when they say a country is a disgraced country, you can only be called now disgraced because you once had the potential. You had the potential. You were called the giant of Africa, the sleeping giant. That was the potential you guys had. But you guys allowed tribalism, nepotism, red tape all across government parastatals. You allowed it to curtail your development. That till this day, Nigeria has just one functioning international seaport in Lagos. But South Africa, they are now on their number 12. I repeat, number 12 seaport. 9 of them are international, and the other 3 are doing exceptionally well that they can also go on an international level. So when I ask myself, are you a disgraced country? Yes, you are. Are you a now disgraced country? Yes, you are. Because you guys allow tribalism to curtail you guys. In a nation, if you're really a nation, you will harness the best of you. Same way you are doing in your football, where when it comes to football, because your intention is to win the trophy, you allow the best of you to represent you, although there is still some hanky-panky there. But you allow the best footballers to represent you with a chance to win the trophy. So why will it be that when it comes to your own so-called country, in that zoo called Nigeria, you allow tribalism to take place? Your brother must be in office. And before you know it, they are mediocre in their approach. They don't have the skills, the technical know-how. They come with tribalism. A country where you know a particular tribe or region, they are the king when it comes to business in Africa. They are second to China when it comes to business and the entrepreneurial spirit. But because of tribalism, you choose to tie the hands, tie the feet of that region. Because to you, their success means a failure to your own tribe and your hatred that you have for them. So how can you be a nation? How can you not be described as a now disgraced country? Peter Obi, we even saw your so-called election that happened in 2023. We all knew what happened. We told you it will happen, but you refused, even though we know you won that election. But look at the way they disgraced you. To prove a point, they chose not to waste up to 2 minutes in your own cases. They waste a bit of time on the appeal of article. But when it came to yours, they didn't waste 2 minutes. They were just, flipping because they know deep inside they have more anger on you or in you. And even though we know you won the election, so you see the way you were dismissed in court. And now perhaps in the next 16 months, you'll be going back to election when nothing has changed in that so-called Nigeria. So yes, Nigeria is a disgraced country. Donald Trump is 100% right then when he called you a shithole country. And he's right now when he says the now disgraced country from the potential of being the giant of Africa. You are now the fraudster, the criminal of Africa. Shameless animals. Continue for me, please.
We need, as a philosopher, one thing that is central in philosophy is that unexamined life is not worth living. You must go back to yourself and ask yourself. So somebody asked me that question, said, non-disgraced country. I said, what are you talking about, non-disgraced country? What is wrong in it? Why is it that anytime people make comments, instead of looking inward, we're looking the other way around? You are a country with the highest number of poor people living in one country. 130-something million. You've even gone beyond where a combined combination of two biggest countries in the world, which is India and China put together, nearly 3 billion, you have more people living in poverty than two of them combined. And you're worried that somebody called you now disgrace. Why don't you look back and know where there's anything that's causing you disgrace behind you? You're a country where you have 20 million people, children out of school. No other country. And you're not worried that somebody call you non-disgraced. We've overtaken India, 7 times our population in infant mortality, and you're worried that somebody call you non-disgraced. You're one of the hungriest country of the world.
Okay.
Even Ukraine at war dashed you grain to fight hunger. And you're saying non-disgrace.
Listen now.
Why don't you look back and know whether there's a disgrace behind you that you can deal with? You're one of your safest places to live in. And that's what I want you people to look at when you read this. It's not about, because some of us, often when we say, even people say, oh, you are demarketing the country. It is not demarketing, to tell the truth. So I urge you, you have what it takes to start getting us politicians to start thinking differently. It's not as if we don't take steps that are not good. Yeah, there might be steps we're taking that are good. Nobody says everything is bad. For example, we remove subsidy. That is a good decision. We've unified the currency. That's a good decision. But for God's sake, you cannot do this too, because you see more back now and say, Nigeria took a decision. But why is that this good decision not working for us? Because you cannot tell people to fast when you're 50. You need to deal with the executive rascality of expenditure before your monetary policies can work. You need to deal with corruption. You need to deal with the issue of the cost of running government. I was telling somebody this morning, I said, listen, because whenever I go, people ask questions, I said, listen, we've just had a new mayor of New York. I said, the young man is on age at level of 36, 40. I said, Google his net worth. Is worth 200, less than 200, about $200,000. He's running a city with a budget of about $115 billion. 3 times Nigerian budget. Yet, if they see that young man with 2 vehicles on the road, I can assure you he will not be mayor the next day. 2 vehicles, I didn't say 3. 2, he just said, I'm mayor of New York. I cannot move around like this. I said, that is the problem. We have a California that is the 6th biggest country in the world.
Okay.
With almost a $5 trillion economy. They don't have a lodge in Washington.
Okay.
If the governor tries to put a watch, it will be dismantled.
There you go.
So these are things we need to start looking where we have a teaching hospital. There's so many things. It's goodwill that I'm supposed to be telling you, but I need to also bring things you need to think about.
Oh, yes, think about. But there are also some low-hanging fruits I want to challenge you, Peter, to speak on. Some low-hanging fruit. Those ones, you don't have to spend billions. The zoo government you believe in don't have to spend billions on those ones. The one that army will see a young man wearing a green shirt, a khaki, and they start to beat that person up. Where did that culture come from? Because your slave masters, your colonizers, Britain, don't do that. So why do you guys copy the worst things that are free of charge? Even when things are free, even when the behavior is free of charge, you guys don't want to change. You are copying the worst things. Something barbaric, something alien. Here in the Western world, when an American soldier sees you in a khaki or, in a camouflage, they are nonchalant. In fact, in the public, they are very, very shy when they see us, the civilians. They are very, very shy because they are not used to being out there in the public. So I want to put it to you, Mr. Peter Obi, speak on this. Why do you have a barbaric way, culture in that zoo called Nigeria? Where the police will stop a car and they are thinking about bribery. Egunje. Party, Kola, Roger, and the rest of them. If you should try that in the Western world, that same day, that police officer will lose his job. Not only that, they are going to jail for receiving bribery, for being a corrupt police officer. So the low-hanging fruits, the basic ones, you guys can just make a law now. Say, okay, going forward, no army man should beat anyone with a camouflage. No policeman should collect 1 penny from any motorist or whatever. You guys cannot do it. The simple ones, you guys in Nigeria cannot. You politicians cannot do it. The low-hanging fruits, you guys cannot solve those ones. And you expect me to believe that you politicians can solve the ones that has to do with fiscal and monetary? No. They say from the taste of shit or from the smell of mess, you can tell the taste of shit. If the simple low-hanging fruit, your zoo called Nigeria, they are still doing those things. Something barbaric. A policeman stealing from somebody, asking you to open your cell phone. Don't they know about the Privacy Act? That you cannot ask somebody to open their cell phone for you to check without having a warrant from the court? Those low-hanging fruits, if you guys can change it, then I can say Nigeria is getting mature as a country. You are going up the scale in the maturity stage of being a country, not a nation yet. But right now, what I see now is more like a plantation where you subjugate the people. You make them to look like slaves and servitudes, artisans in a shithole, disgraced country called Nigeria. So that assignment is to you, Mr. Peter Obi. Forget those good talks. These ones you're talking about, there is this. Forget those ones, the simple ones, the low-hanging fruit that you only strike a pen and sign into law. You politicians cannot do it. The simple ones, you guys cannot do it. That they say young boys dressing nice, they stop them, say they are Yahoo boys. You open their laptop. Where is that done? Here in the Western world, I can dress the way I want to dress with my punky hair, dreadlocks. Nobody stops me. Carry laptop, 10 laptops if I want. Laptop bag with me. Nobody stops me. So why are you guys doing that in Nigeria? Those basics, those basic fundamentals, if you can get it right, then you can start discussing the other ones that has to do with the monetary policy of the government, the fiscal policies, the terms of trade, the international trade, and some other policies. Then I'll start believing what you guys are saying. But right now, the basic ones, you guys cannot deal with it. There is tribalism, nepotism, and you want a country to grow when you are fighting yourself as an in-house fighting. And you expect your country to grow. Years ago, you people were saying Ghana must go. But today, people are running to Ghana. Yesterday, it was Ghana must go. But today, you Nigerian animals, you are running to Ghana. What does that tell you? If you don't have the foundation right, then you can build nothing on that contraction called Nigeria. So that's a food for thought. The simple ones, you don't have to spend a penny on. Make a policy that going forward, you must respect those who say they believe in Nigeria. Those who profess their love for Nigeria. You must respect them as citizens of Nigeria. And by so you doing, going forward, no army man should whip anybody for wearing a green shirt, a green trouser. No policeman is allowed to do so. But you guys can't do it because deep inside, there is criminality in that zoo called Nigeria. I rest my case. I don't want to waste my time on these guys. They talk all the good talk. Don't get me wrong. They talk the good talk. But we know 16 years from now, when you go to your ballot, the INEC man will take the result and give to a particular person. They will say, go to court, and you are wasting your time. Nothing will happen in court. Because you guys are not mature enough to be called a country. You are still a contraption called Nigeria. You are not yet a country. Talks of being a nation. Nationhood. Do you know the meaning of being a nation? To be called a nation, where you come together under one voice and say, we the people. We the people. That is alien to you guys. That's why we are saying we are done with Nigeria. We the Biafrans, we don't check on and say, even the simple ones, we no require money, we no require investment. All you have to do is, you let your president pronounce a law, say going forward from today. But they won't do it. Because they don't have the will to do it. And they don't understand what it means for people to be seen as citizens of a country. As long as there is tribalism, you are wasting your time. Lagos was once the capital, a melting pot. Today, a particular tribe, they are claiming the capital as theirs and telling other people to go away. And those who have done some investment, they are breaking down their investments. It shows me you guys, you are still petty. You are not mature enough. You are not civil enough to see yourself as a country. You are not a nation yet. You are just individuals, different tribes, convoluted within a contraption called Nigeria. You guys aren't ready. You guys don't know what it means to be a nation. You guys don't even know what it means to lead in a nation. You aren't ready. So please, miss me with that nonsense. Nigeria is a disgraced country. From a so-called prospect of being the giant of Africa. Look at you now. You are relegated to the background. You are now a tribalized, bigoted country moving towards Islamization. That's how low you animals are in that zoo called Nigeria. I beg, I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.